what the fuck they're doing.
And they're still closed. That's why, because they don't know what the F they're doing. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning market report. I was on stock market. No, bubbles. We want bubbles, guys. We're a little bit green today, mostly green. Towel's taking a little bit of a pullback here on the hourly, but look at the daily, up 19.5%. Zcash continuing to tear, up 30.3% today. It's insane. Litecoin over here. I know RMT is going to like that. Litecoin right there. You can't see it, but it's, I'll bring it up for you. It's actually up 13.2% today. Seeing a little bit of movement in the markets overall. Opening on the stock side, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones right there above my head, all in the green. Gold above 4,000. Bitcoin holding pretty decent right now. But I'm actually watching for this level down here. You can see we got a little pump up right there. A little pump candle there on the 4 hour at the market open. I do think we're going to see 118. And as the thumbnail says, guys, $118,000 is opportunity knocking at your door. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about why I think that we still have an amazing Uptober coming despite the downward grind that we're doing here, bleeding off and all that and a whole lot more. Plus, we have the most beautiful man in TA, OC guy here with us co-hosting. So don't worry. We're going to get into all of it right here on the Morning Market Report. You guys know what time it is. Take your seats. Get your notebooks out. Class is in session. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report here on the Piper Academy Network. Let's go ahead and bring up my co-host, the OC guy. What's up, dude? How you doing today, man?
Oh, man, I'm so sad today. Yesterday night, I was working with my Lily Gold TA. If you guys don't know, it's like a cell phone like, but with like comms and stuff. And I dropped this. And when I dropped it, the rumble broke out on it, right? And started rumbling the bad way inside of this. So it really
What
broke
is
my
that
heart.
thing?
I mean,
Hold on. What is that thing?
that it for communications, encrypted communications. That is a long range radio. But
Is that how you is that how you talk to the cartels down in Mexico, or?
Not really, but I mean, I'm trying to make my own. Since we are in a hurricane zone, usually cell phone towers go out of service. So what I've done is I put a big ass antenna on my roof, and I'm building my own cell phone tower with radios. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my end of the world toys.
You guys see what type of nerd OC is, right? This such a nerd. I love you, bro. I love you, man. He's building his own cell phone tower down there in Mexico. If you guys start getting random phone calls from OC guy, you'll know you broke the code.
Yeah, like usually it says like unknown. It's gonna be saying, "Hey, fuck off," right?
According to Alex O Crypto the other day, "fu" means "I love you" if it's said from friend to friend. So yeah. So if you say it to a friend, it means that you love them. So to all of the alumni watching right now, "fu." F you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh gosh, let's go jump over and see who all's here. It's Friday, guys. We're just going to do a chill show today. World Mobile going to do well when they open there. World Mobile will do well in Mexico, probably, actually, according to 8A. That's it. Probably will do really well because it's doing line of sight from the aero stats and stuff. So yeah, we got WixY Fine 89 2 in here with us. We got Mike Play, Donato Cabrera. We got Alexander G. Mike Play is again. You get a double shout out, man. Trade Intuition, Bingo Bango. Ada Ace is in here with us. Chris Wrights. They're all laughing in here. Jay Violet, appreciate you being here, lady. Alexander G, the mod queen is in the house. Username. Who else we got in here? Who else? Harp's in here with us. Appreciate that. Crypto Coin Mindset, Keith. And I don't know I think I said Donato Cabrera, but if not, you get another one. Lad Lewis said, good morning, guys. And I think that was about it. Oh, no. We had JB Hulk Smash and Ninja Glock in here early, and Crypto Princess was like the first one in this morning. Well, how are we looking on top fans? Let's go look. Top fans. Mike Play is number 1. Trade Intuition is number 2. Wick's Wife is number 3 on the top fans today. So Pretty interesting. I called Alexandra G yesterday, OC, and I said,
Oh,
Alexandra,
really?
let's talk business. And she's like, what are we talking about, Piper? And I said, do we do this members only for the altcoin TA at the end thing? And between her and my wife had some input. We decided probably not. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it one hondo for everyone that just joins in. They can, they come here to get all this data. But on the Mondays VIP sessions, we will be doing a start off where it's open to the public so they can see what we do behind the scenes for our VIP sessions in Discord. It'll all be on YouTube. That way, we've got a recording of it for members to go watch. And so if they can't make it, they can see it. And then the ones that are here, once we do, hey, here's all of our breakdown, then we'll go, okay, now let's get into the real talk, and then we'll go members only on that. So that will be a little teaser for the people, and they'll see what our weekly sessions consist of, OC. So I love it. I love it. That's what we're gonna do. That's how we're going to handle it.
Perfect.
The CEO, Alexandra G, has spoken. So you guys didn't know this, but we actually all work for Alexandra G. She owns about half of the YouTube channels out there. If you guys didn't know,
She is the Wizard of Oz. She is the one pulling the strings behind the scenes.
She is. She is absolutely the Otter gang. I see. Big shout out to you guys there. Chris Wright said, Otter gang. That's right. All right, OC. Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. How's it looking, man? Let's go pull that chart up, and let's. You don't even have your chart shared. OC, I'm looking.
You're right.
I know. I'm looking right here at it. And I don't see an OC chart. All right, cool. Let's go get this Bitcoin breakdown. How we looking, bro?
Let's go. All right, guys, really quickly. Right now, Bitcoin is looking fantastic. All right. It's looking fantastic because it's wanting to make a breakout. It's doing another push through this bull flag. This is important. Very, very, very important because remember, yesterday we opened up 2 shorts, right? And in fact, we all still have or we were looking for another Binance short. In fact, what a bummer. Look at that on Binance. All right. I mean, we would have been like fantastic for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 taps or something like that. Really quick, really, really, really close to it. But it wasn't the case, right? I mean, let me just get it to where it actually was. There it is. And well, it is what it is. We did not cut it. It's not, we would have been already on profits. But if you cut it right here on the flip of the ribbon, which I didn't, by the way, because that was at midnight and I was heading to bed and I was not watching this thing go off. In fact, it is right here. All right. Well, then it did hit my alert, did not hit my entry. I just saw it, open up my entry, and then said a little trick to set up an advanced stop loss, and it never entered. Well, bummer. Well, you need to take some profits. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin. Right now it's trying to make a pushing here. You see that same way going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is not a time to do some Bitcoin. I was thinking that in this moment we would have a breakout, like unexpected breakout. We already have a flip of the ribbon confirming here. We're still bright in here. We have enough money flow, but based on the structure, I think that we could have one more way to go, another sweep of those lows, like in this case, right? Getting to the dynamic reactor for that big support, and of course, we are creating that huge bull flag. This is very, very interesting because if we grab the very bottom to the very top here, and you know, guys, that I like to measure it from this bottom line, it gives a little bit more of a better approximation. Well, our measured target, which is a technical way to predict a possible target, a maximum target, it is at 136. That looks fantastic. I mean, that's kind of like having another big impulse in here. So this will absolutely take us into the next range, which is fantastic because that will consolidate October or Pumptober, all right? But so far, this is where we are. We are fighting to trying to break to the upside. We're getting ready. I think we need one more impulse down for then break to the upside, and we'll get it done. Really quickly, if you start seeing this breakout, I would say, hey, do a quarter of a position, all right, and then another quarter of a position in case we get this. All right. So your stop loss would be right below this low. All right. I know it's a little bit too much, and then pushing it a little bit downwards. All right. That will give you, in case we break up here, that will give you a chance to have a DC, quote unquote DCA or scale down entry with 2/4, 1/2. And then as you get a break of structure trade, you just push in the another quarter. So 3/4 of a position to try to catch a bullish scenario. Why is that? Because we might be having something like, let me show you when we have the other breakout of a bull flag. Come on, where was it? Like, it was right here. All right, here it is. Oh, no, it is not. Well, whatever. Let's just go for this one as an example, right? And when we had this breakout, we barely had any retracement, and then we hit the target, right? So just be aware of that. In fact, I think this is what we're going to be seeing. One more impulse back down, then break a little bit of a trade trace, and then off we go. But just in case we have the breakout in here, well, be aware that we might not have that retracement. That's why we're going on the breakout, not specifically on the retest, but that's why also we're scaling down into three entries of 1/4. If you guys can see the strategy right there, right? As another thing, it is if you want to go safe in this and don't gamble it, well, we're not gambling it. But if you really want to wait for that confirmation, wait for your oscillator to be breaking your zero line, but most likely you're gonna be entering right here on the break of structure trade. Other than that, that's what I got on Bitcoin. And before I pass it over to you, I just want to go over really quickly with our shorts. And that is to keep you guys safe. If you guys joined yesterday, remember, we're looking for this short on link. But if Bitcoin start breaking, you close the short. No questions asked, all right? And this is a 1/4. Have you set your stop loss? Guys, don't get stopped out without a stop loss, or don't get liquidated without a stop loss. Another one that I just entered, it is LDO, all right? LDO, same story, because we're trying to push through, all right? Remember, in fact, what we want to wait for, it is that flip of the ribbon. And finally, Solana. Solana is getting back into that area of a short. In fact, we should have entered right here. And right now we have a breakout, now retest, and then off we go, right? So be careful again on Solana. This is the 30 minutes, not the 4-hour charts. Just warning you guys on these shorts that we're looking for. Seems like we might be able to retrace. So just wanted to go over that really quickly, Piper, in case we have the alumni watching from yesterday night. Just wanted to warn them on those shorts.
Awesome. Yeah. And also you were talking about that 3-part buy-in on the laddering. I do want to show this. This is from our Discord. And I saw JR talking about his laddering game. Guys, this is all from yesterday in the Discord from JR. All of these are trades. He had two small losers, one negative 1.17, one negative 5.3, as high as 38.29. So shout out to JR in the Discord, dropping some great trades there. Ladder in, ladder out. That's what he does. So he's a beast over there. He's a beast. All in our Discord for $5 a month. I'm just saying. Let's go jump in on the news, OC. Let's talk, not a lot, but enough. We got enough to go over. So let's do it. All right, looking at the metrics here on into the Cryptoverse. Right now, crypto market cap sitting at 4.157 trillion. The trend line is at 4.481 trillion. And look, we did it again. We closed in on a little red line and started to get a pullback. If you want to see it here, I'll bring it in. Look, see another little pullback. Every time we get close to this thing and get our fair valuation, we get a rejection. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll get up there eventually, guys. It does, and when it breaks it goes crazy. Here, let me show you. Look there, rejection on it, goes in, breaks it, parabolic run. A couple of times we got close, not like we were this cycle. Here we go, back here, rejection, break it, runs up, right? So this thing does tend to go parabolic. We have not had that at all this cycle on the metrics. So Not sure what's going on with that, but we'll keep watching it, guys. Looking here at the risk bubbles, we're at 53.4% risk band. It's still a 2x DCA on Bitcoin. Looking at the stable coin with and without on Bitcoin dominance. With stable coins, we're at 58.56. Look at the without stables, guys. We're at 63. We've pushed back up again into the 63% band, and it is still moving up. I do think that Bitcoin dominance is about to lead the way on the next run, so keep an eye on that. How about the altcoin season index? It's sitting at 63 and continuing to fall. So again, a very short window in the alt season again, and downside it went. So we do have some alts moving, but not the total top 50. They're not moving in unison together against Bitcoin dominance. So looking here at the liquidations in the past 24 hours, we've had 137,129 traders get liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $388.89 million. Largest single liquidation was on Hyperliquid as a Bitcoin trade for OC losing 11.6 million on that trade. OC, I don't know what to do with you, man. How about the bookmarks here? X marks the spot. First of all, we got Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 64, still sitting in greed despite the pullback. Ethereum sitting at 57, still in greed despite its pullback, which has been pretty hefty. And then I wanted to show this today. Just in $1.7 trillion Morgan Stanley, that's how much they assets under management, their AUM, removes restrictions on Bitcoin and crypto for its clients. First, they laugh at you, and then they join you. So some more money able to flow into the crypto world. How are we looking on the stock market today? Well, the Dow Jones, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2K are all in the green. Kind of flat, nothing major, 0.08, 0.1, 0.27, 0.27. So not massively strong, but we are seeing some strength there, or at least some positive move this morning on it. The VIX is sitting just under 17 at 16.5. But let's go look at the bonds. 10-year yield back down to 4.0 again this morning, guys. And that's a good sign. As long as we can keep it going that way. That means people are buying the bonds, putting money into U.S. debt, which is our system base, right? And then it also means that we can get that refinancing of a lot of the debt that we have that's coming due consistently. Always, it's always coming due. So looking here at gold this morning, breaking back below $4,000. It was about $4,022. I think it hit like $4,050. Let's look here. Let's go take a look. What was the high that we hit here? That high would be 4,070. 4,081 is what it actually hit. So right now, silver is up about 2.33%. Gold is up about 0.6. Silver sitting at $48.25. Copper is up about 0.67. Platinum's up about 0.5%. And palladium, OC, palladium up 3.47% today. I want to talk about oil, though. And we are going to bring up Pam and talk about this. And OC's going to show your chart. This was down this morning to, more than 2.37. Right now, it's at $60. We broke below that $60 threshold, and that's a pretty important level for oil to hold because it is a canary in the mine, coal mine, if you will. Usually, when we break below $60, it tells us something that is weakening, right? So we'll talk about all that, what that means. Trump threatens to use the government shutdown to cut popular Democratic programs. I'm not going to go too much into our Democrat programs. I'm not going to go too much into the article and the politics of it all. Just let you guys know, this is the type of game that they're playing right now at the government shutdown. Still not open. Probably not happening today. 10-10 out the window. It was not immediately clear which program Trump had in mind, but he specified that they were very popular Democrat programs that aren't popular with Republicans, frankly. And this is what they're doing. They're just going back and forth on this. Hey, we want the enhanced credits to be given out for the loopholes that we have in place to give people their free health care that aren't necessarily U.S. citizens to get free healthcare. They are approved people. Doesn't mean that they're okay. Yeah, we won't even go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, guys, government still not open. Still not open. If you guys don't know, we now have new federal income tax brackets for 2026. I got these levels here for you. The IRS has unveiled higher federal tax brackets for 2026 to adjust for inflation. The standard deduction will increase to $32,200 for married couples filing together, $16,100 for single taxpayers. So the lonely people out there, that's what you get. Or the people without headaches, depending on how you look at it. There are also changes to the long-term capital gains tax brackets. This is why I wanted to bring it up. Let's go down here and take a look. Marginal tax brackets for 2026, married filing jointly. You got 22% of the amount over $100,800. So when people say they pay, I pay 35% tax. No, you probably don't. It's you pay the percentage based on each bracket, and it actually totals out to about 17%. But where's the one for capital gains? There it is, long-term capital gain tax brackets. There we go. Here is that. Let's go down here and take a look. So if you are a long-term holder, meaning you hold crypto for longer than a year or stock longer than a year, and you're a single filer, you get up to $545,500 in gains, meaning that I put this much in. This is how much I sold everything for. My gains minus what I put in was $545,500. That's 15% now, much higher level there. And then even if you go the full run, multi-million. You say you bought, the craziest meme coin out there and it made you a multimillionaire overnight. 20% if you hold it for over a year. I would not recommend holding a meme coin over a year. Married filing jointly, $613,700 keeps you in that 15% bracket. Look, if your capital gains over 1 year, over 12 months, are under $50,000 for single or under $99,000 for married, it's 0%. You guys don't have to pay capital gains tax at all on that. So there you go. Pretty good numbers there. Just want to make you guys aware of it. It's going to help you out a lot. All right, let's go look at the daily versus the hourly crypto bubbles here. You can see the hourly is pulling back quite a bit. Bitcoin down about 0.6% right now. Ethereum down 0.6% also. BNB still in the number 4 position, just slightly above XRP. It's down about 0.6. XRP, though, holding pretty strong and making its way up. Solana is sitting at $121.62 billion on its market cap. It's down 0% right now on the daily also. Dogecoin's up 1.5. You can see, this is why I said, this is why we're not getting that full-on alt season here, guys, because overall we're getting a mix here. Tron's down 0.7, but Cardano's up 0.8. Chainlink is up 4% total, very far off from $800. If you know, you know. Sui is up 1.7. Oh, I got a new soundbite, OC. I'll have to play it for you later. Just reminded me of that. But you see Sui's up 1.7. Stellar Lumen's up 1.4. Rounding out the top here, guys, look, Litecoin up 12.9%. Retro Mike Tech, I know he's a very happy man on that. So, how about the government shutdown? When's it going to end? I'm going to bring OC up on this one. We gotta bring this up and look through Polymarket together. OC, come on up. All right, looking at Polymarket this morning here, guys. Let's look at government shutdown. When will the government shutdown end? 96% chance right now that it's October 15th or later, but we have this new one here, and this one is pretty interesting. When will the government shutdown end extended? Let's bring it up here. Let's go over here and take a look. There we go. Look, we get these dates here, and it goes all the way down into November. I just want to point out, 22% think that it's going to be the 15th through the 18th next week, okay? But we have people that are saying it's going to go on past November 16th at 11%, OC, 6%. Let's see here. We got 11, that's 17. That's going to be 23. That's going to be 31. That is going to be 42. 42% total believe that we're going to see this happen start like November 1st and on. Not at all in October. So interesting numbers there. Your thoughts on this, OC? Are we sitting on a government shutdown through the entire month of October?
Oh man, that would be hilarious. Hopefully not, but I do have a question there. That means that nobody's gonna be at the border?
You coming over, OC? Let's go. I used to be closer to the border
I
for you.
might.
You used to just have to jump an interstate, run up a mountainside, and get to my house down in El Paso. Not the case anymore. So
Oh.
now you got to make your way all the way to
Uh,
Dallas.
I guess I need to start practicing. I mean, no kidding. When I was on the state, we went to the state competition for the field, track and field, and we gained silver medals for the state competitions. So I'm thinking I might be able to overrun some, I don't know, so
How's your
non-government
low
workers, right?
crawl? How's your low crawl? Do you know how to do the low
I
crawl?
kind of. I don't know. I've never tried it.
You might want
I
to
think I
practice
need to work
that.
on that
They
one.
shoot pretty darn good in Texas, man.
I've heard that.
Target locked. Ready to fire.
There you go. Get your low crawl down, man. All right, let's go back and talk about the economic data. We had some of it come out this morning. We had Michigan consumer sentiment. Let's refresh it because I don't have the update here. All right. Oh wow, you gave me everything. Thank you very much. Let's clear everything. Go to United States. Save. Let's go there. There we go. Michigan consumer sentiment was expected to be down all the way to 54.2. Only 55, went down 0.1. Michigan consumer sentiment, if you guys don't know, this is the survey of how we, the consumers, feel about the economy. Not dropping too much there. Maybe that's because they haven't gotten all of the data the past week because of the government shutdown. I don't know. But yeah, Michigan consumer sentiment coming in not too horrible there. We don't have anything else today. We got a couple of Fed speakers. That's really it. Nothing major. And yeah, we're not going to get a lot of data coming in. So next week, we'll see if that continues. What are we supposed to get next week? October 13th, we got Fed Paulson. Got more Fed Chair Powell's speaking next Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got all the core inflation data. We haven't gotten jobs data. Why would we get inflation data? Why? 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 And then Thursday, we've got all of the PPI, initial jobless claims, which will be week 3 of not getting that data. And then Friday, we're going to go into housing starts and stuff like that. So a lot of data next week may not come out either if we are looking at this November period here for government reopen. Chances of a rate cut right now, looking at October, we are sitting at a 94.6%, I believe. Yep, 94.6% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut. According to Pam yesterday, she said it was a 60%. So right now, 5.4% chance that we do not get a rate cut at all. And then how this gold bull market is stacking up to others and why it may be getting too hot. We're going to come back and talk about this in a little while. But right now, I'm going to pass it over to OC, have him take a look at the Bitcoin chart. OC, first of all, if you don't know, I like to make fun of some of the TA people. You're going to love this TI Joe if you're in here trade intuition because I have a new soundbite for those people that like to draw and breakouts and on the flags.
Do you have a flag?
Do you have a flag? There you go. Eddie Izzard, do you have a flag?
Do you have a flag?
Do you have a flag? If you do, trade it.
Love it.
That's how some people survive in the market. So, all right, OC, let's go over and jump in. I want to take a look at gold if you got that up, and let's see how gold is looking today. And then we'll come back and talk about this article here. But I want to get the take on gold and where it's at right now.
All right, so let's go really quickly here. I had prepared just a chart of crude oil really quickly before we go into gold. We are getting into warning areas right here. I mean, sub 59, sub 60. That is a little bit worrying. We need to be careful not to lose the 55. That usually will indicate that we're breaking big supports, and we really don't want to have a price of oil that cheap because that usually is an indication for a bigger problem. Basically not much of that usage, right? So if we don't have usage of oil, that means mostly not gasoline being produced, and well, then not goods being shipped around.
Well, if we're going into oil, you're forced into this segment here. So we're going to go ahead and bring up Pam.
I can do. All right, sure.
Pam, can we talk about that oil data that came out this morning and what that means for the economy? What does that tell us? And what happens if you start to see oil break below 55, like OC guy was saying? What do you got for us?
A bit of oversupply out there. If we start breaking below something like $55, like OC Guy mentioned, that usually signals even more concern about global growth slowing down. For the economy, it can be a double-edged sword. Lower oil prices can help consumers and lower inflation, but if it's really dropping because demand is falling off a cliff, that's kind of a warning sign for economic health. So we'll keep an eye on it, and if it dips under that $55 mark, we might be looking a bit more of a slowdown scenario.
All right. So would you recommend putting alerts on our charts at that $55 level? Is that going to be something that could affect the other markets and equities, or, like canary in the coal mine type thing, or what? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a smart idea. Putting an alert around that $55 level is kind of like setting a little canary in the coal mine. If we see WTI break down through that, it could definitely start signaling to other markets that, hey, maybe there's more of a slowdown coming, and that can ripple out into equities, into sectors like energy stocks, industrials, and even broader indices if it starts to reflect a bigger economic trend. So yeah, having that alert is a great way to keep an eye on it, and just be ready to pivot or adjust your strategy if that level gets breached.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks. We're going to go talk about gold now. Appreciate you.
You got it. Anytime, whenever you're ready to dive into gold or anything else, just let me know.
All right, so there you go. That's why we're talking about oil this morning, because oil is the canary in the coal mine, if you will, because when it drops below that $60 level, it means that demand is dropping, and everything that we do in the manufacturing, production, all of that, everything uses oil. Even delivery of the goods, all comes on, uses oil, which means demand should be there. And if we're seeing that drop down that low, usually not a very good sign. So that's why OC was talking about that there. And Chris Wright said that she was farting. No, I hit the wrong audio button, man. Leave Pam alone. We don't want Skynet coming after all of us. By the way, if you guys haven't seen, let me see what the name of this is. My realtor that's sold my house in El Paso talked about this. It is called, We're Not Ready for Superintelligence. Let me see if I can bring this in here. I'm going to drop a link to you guys, but it's called AI 2027. Yeah, there we go. Share, copy link. And I'm going to drop this in for you guys. You guys should check this out. It's pretty scary what this is. If it will paste for me, maybe it won't. I'll get the link for you guys. I promise. I'll get the link and I'll drop it in to the Discord at least. But it's called AI 2027, and it's pretty scary. Pretty scary scenario for how quickly AI can exponentially grow and run into 2027, 2028, and beyond. And there's a lot of courses of actions, timeline scenarios of how AI can adapt. Either way, it doesn't look good. I will tell you that when we hit superintelligence levels, which they believe will be possible because of AI creating new AI models, by 2030, it's either humankind wiped out, or it is everyone's on UBI, universal base income, and we all own nothing and we are happy. There you go. That's pretty much the two scenarios. You got to check out the video though. I'll drop a link in the Discord.
I'd rather wipe out.
Right? Wipe me out. Just end it all. Take me out of here. I think I actually can pull it from here. Here, there we go. I have it here. Copy. There it is. There it is. I can drop this to you guys here. Share, copy, click that off. Perfect. There you guys go. Check that video out. That's a great video. All right, OC, let's go jump in on gold, talk about that. We've done scared everybody. Some of the people left because they said, holy crap, what is Piper talking about here with AI? But let's go talk about gold now.
Absolutely. So people when go take out the oil out of their kitchen, right, to make sure that they stored it. So something important here, and that was a joke, by the way, very bad joke.
Oh, by the
Something
way,
important is that.
Alex
Yep.
O Crypto's in the chat right now too, so give him a shout out.
Hey Alex, how's it going, brother? Welcome, welcome. Great show today in the morning. We're concentrating your trades, but that's because we're on the 4 hours. We're looking for that possible short. And very important, that long that you gave on Solana, it actually played out very nicely. Shout out
It
to
hit his
Alex
pink
in the
box.
chat.
Bitcoin hit his pink box too, just so you know. It hit his pink box. Alex O, you weren't here for this, so we got a question for you.
Do you have a flag?
Do you have a flag? There you go. OC,
Do you have a
back to the gold now.
triangle?
Do you have a triangle?
All right. So talking about triangles, we had the breakout triangle, acceptance back into the triangle. Something important that we need to go over. It is, hey guys, remember that if you want to scale down, that's what I mentioned yesterday. It is not the greatest area to enter, but still it would have been a good area to scale into gold, right? And remember, we also were talking about holding the neckline basically right here on that double top. We didn't. So in case you enter here, hold it. That's fine. Don't panic sell it. We are on our next entry. In fact, this is the entry that I'm going to be going into as soon as I get my peak performance diamond, or if I don't get a peak performance diamond, as soon as I get something like that. And let me make this bigger, right? I want you guys to notice that I don't aim at this peak right down here. It's just, for me, it's just impossible to catch, all right? I will have to front run this thing to actually know it, but it's gold. I already have a great position, right? And most of the times I wait for that confirmation. This is kind of like a half confirmation because an actual confirmation would have been my peak performance diamond, all right? And look at that, your peak performance diamond also came right after that high, signaling an actual low right there, right? So you can see in this case was this high. Sometimes you get it right here. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. But I am doing exactly the same thing. Let's go and add it. And not doing this. Let's just make it like this. All right. And let's check this out. I'm gonna be doing exactly the same. All right. As long as I have increasing bars in here, I'm not gonna be jumping in as long or as soon as I have a decreasing bar in here on that bar close up. That's what I'm gonna be trying to jump back in. I think that we can still have a little bit more downwards movement, or even if we don't, for me, that's completely fine. This is gold. And something important, if we start seeing the price of oil dropping down, remember, as Pam mentioned, it's signaling a slowdown growth on the economy, right? Important. What happens when things are going or looking shaky in the markets? Well, this this happens, right? This happens. So having a little bit of a pausing here, a sideways action is healthy even for gold. So take advantage of, grab some, scoop on some gold if you want to, if you don't have any, and if you already have, keep it until we start seeing some break of important structures, and then that's where you start rotating your capital, right? What would I consider to look for example, to sell some gold? Doing something like this and then bouncing down this area right here. I will be considering selling a little bit of my gold, and then at the breakout retest I will be considering selling another piece of my gold. Maybe I would consider selling kind of like a 50% of my holdings, and then looking to see if I get a bottoming pattern. If I have a bottoming pattern, higher low, this is not a higher low, but just imagine that it is, well, then at that point I will reconsider rebuy what I sold, right? And then keep moving with the overall segment, right? Basically selling here and selling here, and then rebuying here and rebuying here, right? Still, you make a profit out of those sales, and then you keep it on as we go back up. So just just wanted to give you a little bit of what strategy I'm doing. And remember, 4,053 gold, it was for me a signal to sell. And guess what? FD you were right. Piper, you were right. You guys were right. And did actually bring me a couple of, or a little bit of profits right there on gold. Boom shakalaka for you guys.
Boom shakalaka!
MJ should be very happy with my calls on gold because she handles all your gold purchases. And I've been telling you,
Yes, she does.
Just stop, OC. It's not going down. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about how much longer it's got to go. LBC, if you don't know, if you missed the beginning, term of endearment, FU, according to Alex O. If you're your friends, you should be able to tell them FU, and they know that it means I love you. So FU, LBC. In the chat. There you go. Let's go talk about gold here. Looking at CNBC Gold Pro. This is one of their pro articles. How is the gold bull market stacking up to the other previous gold bull markets, and why it may be getting too hot? It's too hot. Oh, it's too hot, lady. Go ahead, Alexander G. I know you're going to run with that one. Gold just won't stop going higher. The metal this week topped $4,000 per ounce for the first time, bringing its year-to-date gain to more than 50%. That advance has easily outpaced the S&P 500's 14.5% pump. The move this week will put gold around 150% upside for its bull run, which began in October 2022. And while that is below the average gain seen during previous bull markets, 293% since 1970 per Bank of America, it has come during a shorter time span, meaning it's running much hotter, much faster than we've previously seen. Bull markets for gold last on average 43 months. Did you know that, OC? I did not. 43 months. Bank of America noted the current one has gone on for about 36 months. Take that for what it's worth. Could be getting close to the end there. What would that give us? Seven more months? That would put us into what? May next year, May 2026 OC would be the average top on that. Looking at the gold bull market since 1970, from 1970 to 1974, it lasted for 53 months. It went up 421%. Remember, we're only up right now 200. What is it? We're up 150% for this bull run right now. So 421% from trough to peak. 1976 to 1980 was 49 months long. It was 541%. September 2008 to 2012, 47 months, 145%. September 2018 to 2020, it was 22 months long, 66% move there. 2022 to 2025, 36%. Or 36 months, 147%. Overall average, that's where we are currently right now, 36 months, 147 currently. So far, 1970 to 2020, overall, the average, 43 months, and the average percentage there for the move, 293. So we still have about another 150% from now in that ballpark for a run on gold, OC. Several factors have fueled that gold rally, including easier monetary policy from the Federal Reserve, a decline in the U.S. dollar, and the so-called debasement trade, meaning the dollar is getting weaker and people are running away from it for anything that's going to hold its value better than the dollar. So the debasement trade, gold, Bitcoin, a lot of the stock movement that we're seeing here. But strategist Michael Hartnett from Bank of America thinks the metal may be getting too hot. Hartnett noted in his weekly flow show that his brother-in-law recently told him he was having lunch with X individual, not the social media, and he is asking, should he invest in physical gold or silver, or is it too late as his wine investments have been tanking? He also pointed out that gold has seen inflows for 9 straight weeks. This week it raked $2.1 billion in. Though it was the smallest inflow in 3 weeks. And then Deutsche Bank strategist Michael nailed it. Noted that a look at gold's technicals point to a rally potentially peaking. So, however, we do not see this as a sign of impending correction. At most, it may point to a period of more neutral behavior like they saw between June and August. Fair value has risen along with gold in the past 2 months. So that's what we got there on gold, OC. And, talking about that debasement trade, that's really what we have going on and what I see with Bitcoin. We have this period where we can just go into this ranging slight pullback. I am still watching for 118,000 here for that pullback level. But when we look at the weekly, we talked about this Sunday, we're going to be possibly going into this section here again, a bullish signal off that oscillator, which led to all of that. We're about to get the histogram to flip back in, which historically was also this, and also this section here of price action on the histogram. We do have the oscillator ribbon still in transition to the upside. Money flow is still looking good. It looks like we're about to get a curvature here on the volume, while the RSI has a much higher space to run all the way up. Right now, we're sitting at about 70. This thing can run all the way up to about 96, 97 points on the RSI. So right now, the weekly looking very strong on Bitcoin. And so if that's the case, and we're about to see that upside move, overall, how we doing right now? Return history. We're looking at this and seeing that historically we average about 20% upside for the average in October. We're only at 6.77% right now. So let's talk about this article here and talk about this. Bitcoin dropped to $118,000 is likely. Where do we get that number from? Ironically enough, it's the box that we've had on here for about a week for you guys saying, hey, this is your level. That's your opportunity. That's go time right there. Let's go look at this article and see what it's saying though. Futures reset means the dip won't last long. I think the bullish pressure is going, the bearish pressure is going to be absorbed by the bulls, in my opinion. And when we take a look at Bitcoin, may drop to that $118,000 to maybe $120,000 range before resuming its uptrend. Bitcoin futures open interest fell by $4.1 billion from its peak, potentially indicating a healthy reset. Bitcoin was down 3.7% from its $126,000 all-time high and may revisit the $118,000 level over the next few days. But data suggested that the prolonged trading below that level would be short-lived. By the way, I'm in a short from $126,000, 126 exactly. I shorted there. I'm still in it. But I've also be watching for my green box to trigger my 118 buy-in for another long. Close out the short, take the profits, and watch the long go. Bitcoin price was trading at 121,300 on Friday after posting moderate losses over the past 24 hours. While the macro setup remains bullish, analysts agreed that the Bitcoin pair could first drop to 118. Here we go with the shakeouts to both sides. Let it happen. The flush would end soon around 118, 119, then higher. And so what they're looking for is a little OC retest there. Bring it down, bring it up. They don't have any of the indicators we have. We've got much better ones here, but I've got a dynamic reactor running across that level, point of control, fib extensions running through here. We got a fib retracement level of 23.6. We do have the oscillator ribbon starting to come up, volume is starting to come up, and money flow looks like it's flattening out for another upside move. And that would be, they said 118 to 120. Well, the top side of this is 119.4. The bottom side of this is 117.6. So we're sitting right in that window there. It seems like Bitcoin wants to retest that level. The analyst noted that the strong bids are present on exchanges at this level also. Maybe they've been watching the Piper Academy show. Who knows? After that, a rally is expected if buyers step in. And look, you see all these little entries here? All these entries? This is JR's tactic right there of laddering in there. So meanwhile, Glassnode's cost basis distribution heat map highlighted support near $117,000, where about 190,000 Bitcoin were bought. So there's a volume node down there too, guys. That's that point of control that you saw on the chart. Similarly, Alpha BTC stated that the price has now cleared liquidity on the lower side down to 118, with traders now focusing on liquidity above 126. And there's a nice liquidity heat map. Shout out to TradeFly, not even here right now. I know that's going to really tick LBC off. He's like, did he just shout out someone who's not even here, but didn't shout me out? I'll get you, bro. I got you, man. Bitcoin futures OI open interest drops by $4.1 billion there. On-chain data provider Glassnode said that while the OI has dropped slightly from its all-time high, it remains elevated as both longs and shorts are being whipsawed by the sharp price action. That's called volatility, and that is the game of trading right there, guys. Shout out to Lunar Beach's crypto. I didn't miss you. You're such a family member that I don't feel like I have to say good morning all the time, but you're right, I should. So good morning to you. I hope that everything is going well with the wife and the new baby. Much love to Lunar Beach's crypto. If you guys don't follow him, go give him a follow. So shout out to LBC. Drop the Lunar Beach waves, the shark, the surfer in the chat, if you would, please. I appreciate you. OC. We got about 10 minutes left here. It's Friday. I'll let you decide what you want to do. What do you want to do, OC? Do you want to talk about some altcoins? Do you want to just sit here and play play some cards? What do you want?
Let's talk about some altcoins. I think it will be a good weekend, maybe to look into some shorts. Let's pick up back on those shorts that we talked about today. For that we need to go over, of course, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we had the rejection, so we are not breaking down. So our warning on those shorts. Well, in this case, we should be on profit. Let's go check this out. We have that big rejection. Quick something here. When Alex jumped in, I mentioned we're kind of trading his trade, but that is because he is on the 5 minutes. He was looking for the movement where we are to the top, and he nailed it, especially on Solana. Right here, he nailed that trade while we are on the 30 minutes, basically looking for that jump in, and then right now we are on profits, right? So just guys, remember that we are trading different time frames. That means different structure. That means different strategies and different timing. All right, just want to make that clear because right now seems like we are a little bit out. We are already surfacing out of the water because Bitcoin, it is now dropping a little, which it is good for us because remember, we have another possible entry right down here, somewhere around 119, 118, right? So we're looking for that either double bottom or sweep of the lows right down there. Talking about Link, we already into a short. Remember that one? Right here, we, as always, use a stop loss in 1/4 of an entry. Also, very important. We have yesterday in the chat, and I read mostly all of the chat. Olga Ivanova, she mentioned, you know what? I took a hit on the last SEC trade. Remember, guys, at this point, don't trust the markets. Don't trust the markets. And it was a 1/4 of an entry with a stop loss. So something might have gone wrong in there. That's why I want to warn you guys. At this moment, we need to be very, very careful, all right? If you set your stop loss, if you use a partial entry, your stop is not going to be at all a big hit, right? Remember, we even had 3 on road and then we recuperated back on the next 2 days, right? I mean, it was not only back, but we actually multiplied and we've been consistently hitting highs or winners throughout this week, right? So just a quick advice, keep your leverage in check, keep your stop loss in check, and keep your money in check, the size of your position. All right. So far, still Link open. Let's go to BNB.
We had a request. Yep. We had a request for stacks too, STX. So do BNB and then go to stacks if you would, please.
Perfect, absolutely. So let's go use LTC. LTC is having that retracement. I think that we could be shorting LTC right after the goose head plays out, just so you guys know. So stacks X, what was it?
STX.
STX. Perfect. Oh, we got it here.
Yeah, like
STX,
sombrero, tequila.
Xavier. Got it.
Xavier.
I love it. So let's take it here. We're going lower in this area. So, well, not right now, right? I just was reading the charts in here. We have this trend line. We haven't found a support so far. I mean, this area is of support. I mean, we have our daily support, most important support, but we haven't seen that rejection just yet. We're starting to see it. Look at this double bottom. But this last candle, man, it doesn't look that great. Let's go to 30 minutes to see if we have something better. Because on the 30 minutes, it doesn't seem like we have a double bottom, right? So keep your eyes open. We might be able to get some sweep of the lows. I believe that we're going to be doing a swing failure pattern, then going up, maybe creating a lower high, then breaking the trend line, trying to break all at once the dynamic reactor. Remember, this could actually play it out a little bit later like this, right? Where we go and have a trendline breakout, bounce of the reactor back to the trendline, create a higher low, and then break dynamic reactor. But that time, dynamic reactor will be a little bit more curved up. So like that. So just keep an eye on that. I'm not saying that we're gonna bounce out of here. Let's bring up the rest of our indicators to see if we have anything else. But seems to be a good area of bouncing zone. So that's because we have another look at this big support. There we go. Big support on this same zone. So yeah, looks great for that. Maybe re-entry right there if you're looking to long it. And if you're already into a long and you're looking to get rid of it, or if you're in a loss, be careful. See if your stop loss covers this area, which I don't think so. It shouldn't. But either let it stop out, or if you're really underwater, maybe consider taking those losses. All right. It's true that we are in between two order blocks, and whoever is the weakest is gonna fail first. And I think we have the answer right here. Soft order block, weaker than high order block. So that's what I got, Piper. Let me throw it back to you.
Oh, see, this just popped up on my pro feed from CNBC. AI power demand is forcing a coal revival. Jeffrey sees more than a 30% rally in one such stock. What stock is he talking about here? He's talking about Core Natural Resources. So ticker on this, if you guys don't know, a white box. Let me get that back in here. Core Natural Resources. And then also Peabody Energy. Wow, it does not want to load for me.
Maybe it's a black reader.
Maybe.
Like the...
Maybe not. Anyway, Core Natural Resources is the stock, guys. Don't know why it's not showing here on the thing, but and then the other one is Peabody Energy. Because of the AI demand for power, there's data centers. You guys remember when they were talking about how power hungry Bitcoin was? Just saying that, made people money. AI, power demand, takes people's jobs. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right, that's all the time we got today, guys. Appreciate everyone here. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate all of you. David Brumbelow, the Brumblebees in the house, JR, B Team, Chris Klein, all in here with us. Lunar Beaches Crypto, can't forget him. All set. Alexander G. I saw Chris Wright. It's like everybody. I appreciate all of you guys. So it's Friday this weekend. Spend some time with your family and your loved ones. Maybe hang out with some friends. Do what makes you happy. Don't worry about the charts. If we do get that pullback, watch that $118,000 level. And then, guys, OC Guy will be live tonight with trade setups with OC Guy. Make sure you tune in to him at 8 p.m. Next Monday morning. We'll be back here with Good Morning Crypto and BC Port Corp. We'll be back at 10 a.m. right here on the Morning Market Report, bringing you guys updates on if the government is still shut down. Crazy times. Until next time, guys, trade safe. Use some risk management. And if you're going to trade this weekend, remember low volume, so high volatility possible. We will be back here Monday morning with the DCA and the updates. Until next time, guys, peace, love, profits, and to all the alumni, F you. Have a great one, guys. Later.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done. We'll see you at the next one.
What the fuck they're doing?
Morning market report out.
Boom shakalaka!
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?